Almost, we had a lot of mirror bends to come through, and Azami the last one to be taken out. Of course, the ability to, well, redesign.
So both utilized. There is a stretch over to Freezer, and that's where the first fight happens. Kansan takes care of one. Gunner with the push onto Laundry as well. M&M finds themselves all focused onto a back line, and then falling off the back. Tyrant caught out by Geo. The double down and the swing round, they do get him dropped, but it suddenly slaps the back end of the site out. They're trying to find a fight. Gets one, gets flashed, gets pressured. They know where he is. There's the next. SONIQS take the first round.
Surely Gunner's going to be following up. Yeah, right through the window he goes. Finds the kill as well. Somehow instantly for the plant, hoping to put 45 on the board.
Them anything. They're keeping themselves tucked. Does get the kid in the middle of the site by a bit of a swan dive through it. Finds a second, cannot find the third. Kansan on the top of White gets it, and suddenly it's just Tyrant left. Not for very long. SONIQS. Middle, Rexon, does he know? Ooh, surely he does now. It's a close fight and a ping that really should have been a Neo take there. Used some time.
A little bit longer, not giving away his position. It's a beautiful shot from Nello though. Gunner removed with just a single pump from that
pings. Try and run the intel and see if you can work on it. About 15 seconds later, a bit more of a breach, a bit more of a stretch than this. The fight round the tower stairs, so they know that the Goyo's moved up. No,
they do not. Tyrant will find that kill. He was spotted just a second earlier, of course. If they want to have an opportunity to go for it, that's exactly what Geo does. Doesn't actually land the first shots onto Tyrant, doesn't hit the pre-fire either, and it's going to be used to lock it off for M&M. Just enters the building, takes down Nello though. Now he's going for that plant. He just opened it up all for himself. It's only up to Tyrant. He was in that big tower before. He's now in a 1v2 clutch with that diffuser down on the ground. Finds the first. Now he needs to find that player onto the actual double window.
They're on the hunt. They're on the rotate. There's the pre-fire from Gunner. He had the awareness too. And that is around there. Let's see if they can try and re-pick that up and re-dig their way across the board. Kansan caught by a Capcan, dropped out. Again, the hot drone game has not quite...
Nello, that is playing close with the shotgun onto the split right here. That gets the first, takes down Rexon. Leaves it only up to Geo. He gets that spot, just needs to play patiently right now. That's a one pump to come through.
So that's going to buy them at least 15 seconds. The drop comes, the drop gets done. Solotov uses and Neo will find one apiece with Rexon, at least getting one for their own. Kansan, he's got the kit back, waiting for the swing, but it comes against them. M&M inside the hatch. They got to take the drop in the fight. They lose out. Gunner and Solotov one apiece. The drop all the way into the site itself. Tyrant gets one. Gunner touched close on the swing. Uses inside the site on the back end. Gets the take on the back end. Gets two. Nello's going to see if he can stick the plant. They have the cover on the rotation, a pocket full of seconds. Do they know where the player is? They've got ones watching either side. It is an M&M round.
Let's go.
Well done by M&M.
He slips his way past and tries to pre-fire the angle. Neo does find his head, but still, 45 seconds.
7 seconds left on the clock. Neo needs to make a miracle happen right here, but it gets shut down right afterwards. Nello doesn't stand a chance either. Gunner, make sure... Tyrant takes a small amount of damage as well. There is someone close on the bring back. Rexon wins out on that gunfight, brings it to a 5v4. Grenades have not crunch
position. Where do you get in and plant? What do you cover? There's the swing, there's the aggression, there's Kansan and Grixter, and M&M just ran out of time. C4 fishes out Nello and gets the kill. There's users trying to get the lockdown, but Kansan wins out one more. Solotov sat on the angle with the hope of catching the loose player. They just throw themselves up. Neo gets the drop down, gets dropped down. The last player, Solotov, he was the man of the moment in the previous showdown. They're looping their way up. Same time, drops one. One more player in 20 seconds. The swing comes through. It's Solotov!
That's what call. Where do we go? The time is ticking down, and this is going to be Solotov that runs it, but instantly gets taken down from Shaiko by Solotov. They need to push through now. Geo gets another kill. M&M is falling apart.
Yeah, SONIQS, they've been able to catch the push here. Grixer has a quick response, and Grixer with his third for the round. Behind the cover of the smoke.
That, again, is going to be that pop-up player that can just rotate around freely because he's not going to be hunted. It's not the objective. As Gunner takes down Nello with the kit. That needs to be recovered. That's going to be another 10 to 20 seconds. Users, do you know someone is in the corner out there? No, he does not. Geo will shut him down. It's only up to Tyrant and Neo now. The kit not even in pocket. They need to go for all 5 of the kills if they want to take a victory here.
Well, all 5 seems impossible at this point. Neo gets one. He's looking for the second, but it comes from all over. SONIQS, they take the full 3 points. They find themselves top of the
quite directly to Reaps's as well, as that'll be a big part of how the Dire Wolves will be performing here, like especially on a map like Skyscraper where the defenders have such harsh cutoffs and can play towards him, of course, beginning the adventure for FaZe on defense. He's fairly close to these positions, but you'll see Reaps able to defend out against the push from bullets. He won't actually get the kill. It's going to be unfortunate timing as he looks away. Safe to be 100% for Souls, really, as that cross goes in just when he was crossing that little portion of the desk. Cyber is able to...
Well, they needed a power hitter, and he swings all the way for home, but is it going to matter? Gotten the points, but now they actually need to win the game, or in this case, the round, right? Exothermic will go off, and CyberZera will finally make the stand that FaZe is so desperately needed, but Jackie Wu, he's got something to say here today. Are we going to see it twice with Jackie Wu? We will not. Cameraman will lay him to the sword.
I think he rotated away from the situation completely, but he comes back, doubles down on the situation in Geisha, and is able to get the kill against Jackie. Cyber even re-peeks again.
Gone off of Cyber. He's like a ghost right now, John. What is this? Direwolves, wake up, please, from this nightmare. CyberZera, he's gotten 3, he's looking for 4, he'll get it, give him the ace, last man's outside, peeking.
Office, but there's just not a lot that he can try to play into here realistically. A 1v5 with no damage done. We won't see the aces, it'll be Bullet.
With the M590. Bullet not able to land the shots that he was looking for there, and Direwolves finally getting some kills under their belt as well. Two big
players on FaZe, like we're seeing here right now in Dragon. Bullet, not long for this world, and his teammate unfortunately arriving a little bit too late.
Astro, they're gonna get 2 kills in that process there. Make it 3 as Reeves is able to take out Cameraman here on the house stairs. Is up to the 2 lone members of FaZe on site, but wow, Direwolves.
Well, Cyber though strikes first and is able to take down the hard breach player. Jackie knocked out Cameraman as well with the setup on the Nitro. Seems like FaZe Clan coming back.
Some kills and use this as a pseudo timeout. But as soon as I say that, he hops to, he gets a kill. No longer a flawless round after Astro dies.
Maybe still gonna try to play this out to the best capability. The Nitro, he got it, but he's not gonna be able to get the quick dash from Cyber up the stairs. You can see the makings of a pinch really coming through here, despite FaZe's best efforts to fend it off. Jackie with a great timing play, swings out, catches off, some more counteraction coming back down the wood stairs in the center of the map here. Hasn't got the peak he needs to be able to take his opening shots yet, but he finally gets it. Wrist to himself, however, spins it back around on that player to knock out Jackie. Jackie did claim 1 before going down, so we're down to a 3v2. Still in the favor of the Direwolves, and now excellently so is Astro.
For Astro, he needs a kill, and he needs it bad, but he can't get it, Johnny. Downs him, but too many bodies up.
Listen, tell exact position of where Astro plays into. He knows where he's getting pinged from, but it's just a distraction. Reeps uses it as a moment of opportunity to leap out.
Stopping point here, but Reeps will quickly thwart that as he takes out Cyber on the window, and showing how solid of a player he is, especially with this SMG-11. Jackie Wu going to make things a little bit more difficult for Bullet, but it's going to be... He killed the Thermite on the other end on the breach. You don't see that one every day, do you, John? Reaper's going to take down Cyber. Direwolves, have they finally any hope up against the positioning of the Direwolves? Reeps gets another before he'll finally get taken down by Bullet, who will get 2 of his own. A 1 versus... And he's going to run out of time instead. Direwolves playing this to a T.
Absolutely the case, and Direwolves as well, incredibly passive. Beautiful defensive play here by the Direwolves. We are going to see a Nitro come through as well. That'll catch Souls as they finally try to move forward into T-Room. Astro just goes for the leap to the inside of Karaoke, and he makes it surprisingly. Ed goes down. Bullet strikes true as well. This round refuses to come to a close. Bullet now going to end up getting caught as well on a cross, trying to escape to the outside. The plant goes down. Astro ready for the duel, but Pecan too quick on the headshot there, and with Bullet already dead, it's going to be another successful retake from DW to get their 6th round. Getting it again as well. Jackie will not have as much luck in his aggressive avenue, and Astro will be able to maintain against another peak from Reeps, but Souffle is there for the support, makes up the trade already.
Does still have the blitz in play, and oh no, this is the worst scenario for a blitz.
Talk about this is winnable.
This is a 1 versus 3 with somebody. This is going to be one for the history books here at potential match point for Direwolves. Moves around, has both of them in his sights, trying to pre-fire, and that is going to be all she wrote. Direwolves wins 7-3.
In fact, no, the starting defense said the orange team, of course, which means Liquid have gone a little bit, I won't say trolly, but they have played around, and sure enough, there is that Azami ban that I was on about. I mentioned it earlier, yesterday on the defensive side.
All he does is keep taking long after long of that toxic babe canister, but Ness, he manages to walk in, he finds himself one, but Arakazi with a big double. This is looking good, 2 versus 1, they've got a great crossfire onto Palu here, pops up from behind the shield fountain. Ness being Ness, he wheeled 180 and hit him with a headshot. You can't win them all, but there has definitely been opportunities to take advantage.
Had no choice but to try and aim for the basement, to go for a rotation downstairs, and Ness finds another, almost a 3rd as well, but it's Shyle to bring him down.
It's a very difficult site to push into in the late round if there are defenders still entrenched, and that's what you're starting to see here. 1 for 1 will suit SANDBOX fine. They get 2 for Nondes.
Now you've got Envy holding down inside of security, maybe being pushed on by 1 or 2 players here. It's asked to get a kill from above. The Angel of Death as Envy gets full white screen, sees the stairs of heaven, but manages to keep himself alive. A potential push coming through. It's 2v2 as Envy doesn't go to heaven, but drops downstairs and gets a kill.
He dropped the hatch, but no. Lagonis is going to have to stick this. He's going to be pushed. There's no way, and that's going to be the round closed out. Arakaza finding that final one.
Oh my god, they've gone straight in there, straight onto the end of Envy's gun. Good boy comes across, but do they know about the side player here? Envy sure does. Down goes Lagonis. A 4v2 and Liquid, kind of dare I say, resorting not so much to cheap tactics here.
Get yourself over the line. Why not come into day 3 knowing that it's done? And that's always a bit of a risk. Palu, he's going to find his man inside a closet. We know that for that one to detonate, and we see in the top right corner that the timeout's been requested. There's Liquid
in APAC North, and you're seeing that absolutely flying out of Static. Great use, and in comes Resets, misses his kills and can't find his men. That's not the way it was meant to go.
SANDBOX are just absolutely tearing through them at the minute. Lagonis, he's having a fight. He manages to find 1. Brings us to a 2 versus 4. Can Palu help him?
Thought we'd see a Pulse playing from downstairs with C4s late in the round, but APAC don't care about your rules. A great little quick peek from Palu will bring it back down. Where I get a bit nervous here, Tim, though, is there's still 60 seconds to play, and let's not forget, SANDBOX were in a 5 versus 2, now down to a 3 versus 1. I don't care how good you are at blinking HP bars. It's still looking a little bit ropey, though, as out comes an impact nade. It's a Pokeball! Man's been playing the new release.
SANDBOX are fully punishing them on here. You know, down to 1 drone now. Shayo manages to get the opener onto Resets. Nesk is there to trade it out, though, and we see another battle coming on. Envy Taylor, he's going to be pushed from both.
Oh, Arakaze. Oh!
Arakaze, no, it's Nesk! Manages to wheel. Second, we're going to have a 2 versus 2 with 30 seconds left to go, Des.
Can they hold on? There's one in the back corner here, very much pins it in. It's down to Static playing on that.
Liquid desperately needed this round, to be honest. They needed to get themselves going, because otherwise it's going to be...
Oh, no.
No, that's not ideal, though. Palu takes down Lagonis. That's not the kill that you want, Palu. You want to find Static. He's going to pop out and find us about their attacking ability, given what we saw from them yesterday against Team Liquid. They haven't been able to move Resets. He's going to take down Arakaze with a beauty.
Who wants to pad up that KD? Who can win in the 1 versus 1? There we go. The time ticks down. Technically, you can give it to Envy, but it's Liquid.
The one other angle they potentially had to work with was double window, and Resets on the reverse hits him on the flank with a double. Ask picks up 1. It's another.
Stood behind them is giving them that feedback. Boys, we've got to do more. We've got to move faster. We've got to be more aggressive. We're not scared. Let's take the fight to Liquid, because now is the time to do it going into the offsite. We're going to see Meeting and Kitchen here in round 9.
But Lagonis, he manages to step up with a late trade.
So good boy comes the bad boys, down he goes. In fact, the bad boys, the Nesk as well, finding Envy over the lip of the wall that's been opened up. Shyle, look at Nesk's position here as well, so aggressive. Finds 2 kills.
Is it Nesk for 4? If they continue peeking him like this, you feel like it probably will be. There it is, 4 kills. They're going to have to go in the favour of SANDBOX, and right now, Liquid are hot. They're going to have pushing in through Laundry. Make it 1, make it none, as the kills just rain in. It's flawless again, Des. Holding that angle, Envy Taylor does manage to find Palu, though. Resets, he finds it on the angle. It's going to be 4v4 as the push comes in. Nesk manages to find Good Boy 4v3, but the plant score is looking less and less likely. Envy Taylor starts to take damage. It's 4 versus 1. It's all up to Static to hold on. Manages to find 1 in through the Toxic Babe.
Oh god, the jump outs!
Nesk, 1 versus 3. Cuts off the jump out as well. 1 versus 2. Surely Static can't do this. He's battling, but no! Resets closes it out while covering Lagonis, who
down, making use of all that utility here. He has basically none. Here we go with the push coming in. Good boy just runs in face first, but Nesk gets a spray on the window. Reset, Static, Envy. 2 of the older players on this roster have got it all to do, but you cannot contain Nesk. A triple kill he finds for himself. It's a 1v5, and Liquid have swung it back and took all 3 points. What the hell have we just seen, Tim?
Absolutely.
1Ds, so a nice ban there from Space Station, and won't allow BDS to clear things or force SSG to hold positions as Star Wortley. So BDS will more than likely...
SSG Remaining stalwart at the moment, not showing anything over to the players from BDS, and with good reason too. They want to bait them into these setups. Yeti now ready to finally insert himself. He's been able to find a position in bar, but Fultz expects it, has the angle primed already, shuts him down as well. BDS 0 for 2 on these entry attempts so far, with very minimal support behind them. Lems finally activates upstairs, will steal away control.
They somehow managed to get control of this site. SSG has given up the goods, and BDS will get this plant down after Lems takes out Rampy. Renshiro catches the body. It's a 2 versus 2 going into the post plant, make it a 2 versus 1 in favor of BDS.
A recovery at the end of the day from BDS. To fire back a response in here, makes it down on the drop due to Renshiro choosing to wait things out from behind the bar, but Renshiro
searching for that opening frag. They're gonna get it. Shaiko will take down Rampy.
Indeed, getting Rampy, but at the cost of a down against Renshiro. Moving out. Chuck the nade in for relative safety to prevent Hot and Cold from going for the swing, but they thought the nade was going to give them a full insurance policy. No, that's just the deductible. Hot leaps out for a third as well as he takes another. Lems will attempt to work towards the flash down, but it's not the right spot. It's Bosco winning on the inside of the kitchen instead and following it through with the second.
Very similar timeline as well, but oh my, SSG. This is looking like some 2020 stuff to me if I've ever seen it, but Renshiro.
2 if not 3 members of SSG more than likely set up just like that there. You see Hot and Cold striking down Renshiro in a 1v4. Has the intel on Hot and Cold's position, but aside from that, nothing really to work with here, and that'll show. Taking them down regardless. Fultz with the pickup on Lems. Now taking the player advantage, but look at Lycofax setup, just tearing him down head by head. It's a quad from him, leaving just Bosco in play for the 1v.
Space Station. Rocking a hard place when it comes to this retake. It's an ace for Lycofax, and I do believe it's his first one on LAN, if I'm mistaken. He knows some players are around here. Great trigger discipline on that, but unfortunately enough, Fultz will get taken down here after he's able to take out Shaiko. So practically an even to Lems. He's going to push even further to try and get this plant. The cross angles. Renshiro with a shot onto Yeti. The 2 versus 2. We got to get a plant here, but it's Rampy from upstairs. Renshiro trying to see if anybody will peek, but Rampy's not going to gift it to him. Space Station
SSG by surprise here, and so far just haven't been able to do it. You're seeing them attempt to make these peaks, but look at the health pools because of that. Brede, one of the last players at full HP, gone down. Lycofax been finished off, and here we go. The culling has begun. So what previously has been a very much all-or-nothing playstyle for him. Renshiro finally reaching the end of his rope there. I believe Fultz gets credit for the final kill. Back in good straights and good positions with the rest of his teammates. We see even more complexities deployed to the first floor, and of course, the extremities of the basement too. Fultz with an unfortunate turn of events, but the good news is, SSG will waste no time having found that kill. They are immediately going for the jugular to try and shut this one down. Shaiko gets a little bit too roam heavy. Gets found out in the open, and Brede, the same story on the pre-fire there. He tries to go back for it on Lycofax side. Yeti now catches the flight coming down from a left.
Looking for match point here. This execute means so very much. Some shots ringing in through the library window, but Brede and the whole gang show up to the party.
Humanly possible at this point. Gives his team a little bit more time to kind of talk about the situation as well, since he's just inside of a clutch scenario right now that's pretty unreal. He continues to sit back up on top. Lycofax in the meanwhile has that slight pixel, but that gives the window of opportunity since he's too focused on it towards Rampy. Hot and similarly finds him to make this play directly, go straight for the fight here, and thankfully they're not going to have to work that hard to get it, but Shaiko, the reaction speed from him, second to none. Brede out, but he gets 1 for 1. The plant will go down onto the ground, and now the pressure on Shaiko. He won't be able to catch the side angle from Houghton, and he wins out.
Fit utility in through it. Obviously, if you ever played Mav in your life, then you've usually done that to try and fit frag grenades through it. Lycofax, though, is going to fit a bullet in the face of Fultz. Rampy goes down to Renshiro. BDS. Oh, man, this is looking scary. Renshiro gets it with the double.
BDS's early game aggression finds kill after kill after kill after kill again, as we see Lems pick up Yeti. Just that one final player remaining, and Renshiro has no problem fending him off as well. However, the assistance now coming in on the Capital is going to change that here. Fultz able to find out Renshiro as he's pushed out of coverage. Bring things down to only 3 here for BDS.
Before Hot and Cold's going to rotate over. Shaiko's close on this window. I'm getting scared here, John. Rampy's going to get a Lems, and that's going to make it a 5 versus 2. We still have all of this verticality to go through as well. Shaiko, I do believe, has been found. Hot and Cold gets him. Is it going to be a flawless round for Space Station to end it all here? It's up to Brede. He's getting burned out. The LMG. Yeti lays him down, and Space Station Gaming gets the French squad.
Perfect counter on that final round, and exactly the way we expected to see, specifically those Capital incendiary bolts.